Thank you for tuning into Boston Public Schools Countdown to Kindergarten STEAM Activity Corner. Here, you will find a series of STEAM videos for parent, caregiver, and children preparing for kindergarten. Our hope is that these videos are not only informative and fun, yet give you a visual step-by-step instructions on engaging with your young learners. So today we are doing some math by learning how to measure. And this activity is connected to the story that I have here today, Inch by Inch by Leo Leonni. Today, we're gonna need some tools. The tools that we need today are a measuring tape if you have at home, and a ruler. If you don't have a ruler or a measuring tape, and I know there are many kinds of rulers, so it could be any ruler. We can use any piece of wood that you have, any blocks that you have that are rectangular long, or this can be your measuring tool. If you don't have any of these measuring tools, can be very creative. Can you use a stick just from outdoors, or you can make your own tool by just a piece of string, using a piece of string, and you can measure it like the ruler, and you can cut it, and this will be your measuring tool. So anything can make this activity possible. So remember again, tools we need, measuring tape, or any ruler, or any creative made by us rulers. So those are the materials for today. And don't forget, have a space that you can get a little messy. Sometimes, we need some space that is safe and it's appropriate for the activity. Today we're not getting messy, but we want to have the appropriate place to do the activity. Don't forget to explore, ask questions, and the most important of all, let's have a lot of fun. Here is our story today, Inch by Inch by Leo Leonni. And this is a story that includes a lot of nice vocabulary that we're doing today. So we're gonna see the word measure, and remember, measure is what we're gonna do with the ruler and the measuring tape. And we're gonna measure today by the inch. And the inch is what we see in the ruler on the big numbers at top, that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This ruler measures 12 inches. We're also gonna use measuring tape, and this is part of our vocabulary today, measuring tape and ruler. This is our vocabulary for the day, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the story, Inch by Inch by Leo Leonni. One day, a hungry robin saw an inchworm, green as an emerald, sitting on a twig. He was about to gobble him up. He was just very close to eat him. But he's an inchworm, and that's one of the words of today's measuring, inch. This is the ruler measuring an inch. Do you think this inchworm can actually measure? Don't eat me. I am an inchworm. I am useful. I measure things. He said I'm useful, so is he gonna be able to measure something? He can measure by inch, like his name? Is that so? Said the robin. Then measure my tail. And the inchworm hopped on the tail and measured inch by inch. Says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His tail measures 5 inches. Let's take a look and see where 5 is in our ruler. If you count from number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, look, 5 is right here, is 5 inches. That's how long the robin tail was, 5 inches. The robin was very curious and said, if that's right, and you know what you're doing, come and show me how you measure other animals. Next, he measured a flamingo. Wow, the inchworm measured how long the neck of a flamingo was. Then he measured the beak of a toucan. Look, he measured inch by inch. Inch by inch, he He walked all around the pig. Then he did other animals until he found, what's this? You know what was that? That's a nightingale. But he can be very dangerous for the inchworm. So he said, but how can you do that? Do you really measure? How can you do that? I measure things, not songs. So measure the song, and he said, I'm going to sing a nice song. He said, close your eyes and take your time, and I will try to measure. And the inchworm waited until the robin was ready and closed his eyes, but he was like, thinking, is he going to eat me? So he was very smart, and he measured, but he didn't measure that way. He measured this way, and he measured an inch away and away and away until he was all the way saved from the nightingale. And the story was done. So now that we have how the inchworm measured inch by inch, and we know that robin bird still was 5 inches long, and we learned the word inch, we're gonna use our ruler to measure some of the items you have at home. So take a second and go find different things. Find a toy, a book, your favorite plush animal. Can you go find 3 things at home quickly? And I'll wait for you. Okay, so now that you're back, I know that you can pause the video whenever you can. So I'm gonna measure this tissue box, and I'm gonna measure this box of crayons, color pencils, and I'm gonna measure this book, and then I'm gonna measure my pumpkin. I have 2 rulers, so I can use either one. I'm gonna use the wooden one, and here we go. I'm gonna measure from one side to the other, and these color pencils measure 8.5 inches. 8.5. I say 8.5 because it goes past 8. And now let me measure the tissue box. And this tissue box, let's see, I'm gonna start in number 1 and set it on the edge. And it's exactly 5 inches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 inches measure this tissue box. Now let's try my notebook. I'm gonna try the notebook, and I'm gonna start with number 1 right here and show you. And this one also measures almost 8.5, like my pencils, my color pencils. Now, if I try to measure my pumpkin, there is one little issue. Can I bend this ruler? Maybe not such a good idea. I might break it. So that's when we try to use the measuring tape. The measuring tape is flexible, and this can be used to measure things that are round, like a ball if you have at home. And look, I measure it around, and it measured 10 inches. This one measures 10 inches, and we can do it this way. Right here, you can see. You can use it, be careful. We usually have paper ones, or you can have plastic ones. This is the one I had available, but you can also use our resource. We are creative and we use different things. So we can use a piece of string, measure the pumpkin around, and when you get to the tip that they find each other, you let it go, and this is how your pumpkin measures. And you can do that. You can also, remember, use your sticks if you want to. If you don't have a ruler, you can see if that is stick long or it's longer than a stick. Or it could be an item that's shorter than your stick. See, this is shorter than your stick. You can be creative. Use anything you have at home to measure. The important thing is to have fun and practice the words inch, ruler, measure, and measuring tape. I hope you had fun. When we finish doing an activity, we always want to clean up and give mommy, daddy, our grandma, babysitter, auntie, whoever is with us, we need to make sure we clean up because we want to make sure we're able to have fun the next time. So I want you to sing clean up with me and put your items away while I sing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Clean up, clean up. Everybody, everywhere. Clean up, clean up. Everybody do your share. That's great. I hope you had fun today. Don't forget to answer any questions to your little ones and encourage them to ask more questions and practice all our activities at home. I hope you had a great time, and don't forget to tune us next time into the Countdown to Kindergarten's Teen Activity Corner. Goodbye. Se tardó más.